Yo, what's good guys? This is Chris from WearTesters.com. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel, the only sneaker channel here on YouTube where we always talk about dope shit. Always. But today we are talking about these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 low top, and for whatever reason, just the Air Jordan 1 in any shape, in any form, any height, all that stuff, practically any colorway, is just flying off the shelves. It's insane. Now these guys right here are part of a pack of 4 so far. There's probably gonna be more colorways coming, but this is just one of the initial 4 dropping. And the first 3 to launch are actually styled very similarly like this with that black toe look, whereas there's this random ass cream colored one with a gum bottom or it's got a gum midsole and a hot pink bottom. Those are, look, if you like those, I'm happy for you, but me personally, those joints are hideous, bruh. Like, I can't, I don't even know where they came up with that color combo, but whatever. It looked like some like weird ass Krispy Kreme donut and shit. Like, I just don't like that thing. But these guys right here, they remind me of a pair of shoes that I actually played in for the Air Jordan project.
What's up everybody, this is Nightwing2303 from Nightwing2303.com. Today we have the Air Jordan 1 Retro High.
Chopped down in low top form, and these things right here I just think are, I've always think that these are great. Like, I don't know why, because like people used to bag on these. As soon as they released the first OG styled high top version of the Air Jordan 1, everybody started shitting on any low top and any mid top Air Jordan 1. And I've always thought that they've always looked great. I have these things right here. They're the same sneaker. There's nothing different with them. The only real difference is that these guys right now are marketed as a skate friendly version of the Air Jordan 1, but there's literally no change. Like, these two things are identical. They got the same 2-3 right there on the tongue. The tongues are the same. Outsoles are the same. Insoles are the same. The stitching on the back is the same. These guys right here are just like, they're just bringing them back, you know, spinning it in a little bit of a different way with that skate-friendly motif to them. Now, unlike the actual Air Jordan 1 and Nike SB collaborations, there's 2 of those coming out. Those are both high tops. Those guys actually do have a special insole with the Zoom Air in the heel. These guys don't, even though, again, they are marketed kind of like towards that skate-friendly vibe of an Air Jordan 1, but there's nothing in these that correlates them to Nike SB, such as those special insoles. Now, as far as materials are concerned, the overlay right here, the black section, is kind of a rubbery feeling nubuck. If you've owned something like the Air Jordan 4, the Toro Red, those ones are just the same exact material. It's like a real cheap kind of feeling. This material right here is the same stuff that they use on the grade school version of the black and cement Air Jordan 4s that just released. And then the leather here is stiff as hell.
That's what she said.
Yeah, this is not going to show a lot of creasing. That cheap kind of leather, it's not the same stuff that they've been using on the mids. It actually feels like it could be potentially premium. This guy right here, it's just definitely synthetic. Like, there's no way around it. Like, this stuff just does not feel good, but it does look good, so you got to give it that. My least favorite part of the shoe right here is the 23 tab. I don't mind the pull tab or whatever the hell you want to call that. I don't mind that being on there with the 23. I just don't like the way that it's highlighted in green. I wish that was black, maybe with green, you know, numbers or white numbers on there. I think that would look better. And then the tongue is like a puffy style tongue and all that stuff. It's got a little seam right there so that it sits well with your jeans. Again, nothing different from the older pairs. Like, these guys right here were from 2013. And again, like, you know, nothing's changed. They're identical shoes. There's nothing more skate friendly about one or the other or anything like that. It's just, again, just a marketing thing. And these guys are not to be confused with the Air Jordan 1 Low OG. This guy right here is not just in an original colorway of an Air Jordan 1, but the entire silhouette is actually the OG version of the low top. So this style of shoe right here was originally released back in 1985 alongside the high top version, and this was what they looked like back in 1985, not like this. So there's some differences in paneling. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but just the white piece is like a lot wider on these guys than it is on the newer versions and all that stuff. The collars are not the same, so they're just a little bit different. But again, this guy right here is styled like the original Air Jordan 1 Low back in the 1980s. And then this was the, I don't even know when these came out like this. I just know that I used to have a ton of them when they all had the fat tongues. They were called the Jordan 1 Low Fats, and I had them in like almost every colorway. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, I went true to size. That's what I've always done with these guys right here, and they fit perfectly. So whatever size you normally wear in your Air Jordan 1s, that's what I would go with. Again, I go true to size with these guys, along with the mids, as well as the high tops, and I think that they fit perfectly. And that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. Let me know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. I think that they are nice looking. I think the quality could be a little bit better, but retail is 90 bucks. So it's just kind of a cheap, nice summer shoe that you can get. Air Jordan 1 styling, great colorways, and it's kind of like without, you know, breaking the bank. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.
Can I just say, and I know it's because they didn't have the red ones there, but you bought another pair of green and black.
They did have the red ones there.
Oh, did they in your size?
No.
Oh.
If they would have had both of my sizes, I would have bought both of them, but no. They only had these in my size. Are you talking about the mid Jordan ones?
That's what I'm saying, is if you've watched that video, I had given him a hard time because he says he doesn't like the color green, but he gets a lot of green.
That's something that I think is weird though, is that this color blocking, like the black toe, Air Jordan 1 is my favorite. Just overall, like, I will say that in the Chicago style, where it's all of the overlays are like a primary color with the white underlay. I think that this looks so sick, so that's why I love those blue ones that I have.
Yes.
Unfortunately, they waste a lot of those colors on the mids, like those white and green ones, or they're not white, but like that creamy plus green. Like, I think that could be done like this in high top and low top form, just every color. Like, because they've been releasing this shoe in every form, in every color that you can think of, and now they're putting prints and barcodes and not for resales and do not take pic and just all kinds of weird stuff, and I'm just like, no, keep it simple. Like what they're doing with the, what do they call it, the black toe, you know, with the white panel.
Right.
And they have like this same look, but it's like a color inside of here. They're doing those in purple, green, yellow, red, just, you know, like do that, but like with this or with this. The black toe theme with any other color in the back. We're talking gray, red, yellow. They did it with those best hand in the game. I have the blue ones and the green ones.
Yes.
Yeah, and then there was like a yellow one that was like overseas. Like that, yo, I think that's fire. I just didn't like the complete execution of that pack because they used suede. I think that leather needs to be used. That's just me, but like everybody's different. I think that the pack looks great, but like I just prefer the leather. I think that there's two color blockings to the Air Jordan 1 that look best. It's this one and this one. I just wish that they put them out in every color that you can think of, because I would buy, because it's like one of them things, it's like Chucks.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that they have so many versions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's something that because it's kind of confusing for some people.
Well, so I wanted to ask, now I kind of understand why some people get irritated when they say that they want the original on the back of the fours.
Like the Nike Air thing?
Yes. So does it, like, why does they bounce back and forth on the backs?
Well, these are two different models.
I got that,
so
but
everything on this is the way that it looked originally. This is a
reimagined?
Yes, like a reinterpretation to Air Jordan 1. When this silhouette first came out, man, when was that? That was like, you would buy me a pair. Remember those ones with the navy, with the black swoosh? This is, I mean, how long have we been together? Like
16 years.
Yeah, I was about to say 15 years, so I was real close. So we're dating back minimum 15 years.
Right.
So that, and I think I remember seeing those even maybe before then. So that was early 2000s. So we're talking this version of the low top Air Jordan 1's been around for a very long time. Not quite as long as 1985, but this is for what a lot of people think the Air Jordan 1 low. This is what they think it looks like.
Okay.
This is what it originally looked like. Honestly, it looks weird in comparison because this legit looks like the mid chopped down.
Yeah.
Right? This, like, it's missing a whole piece. Like, it's missing that top line of color.
Right.
It's super low. I don't know if Jordan actually played in these. There's images of him wearing a low top, but I don't remember if he's playing in them or not. He used to bounce back and forth in between games, between the game shoe and then a low top version of the game shoe. Even if there was no low top in that colorway at that time and all that stuff, like he just would wear, I don't know why, but he would always like to wear two shoes in a game. One was low and then he'd mix it up and switch back to the high. I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what his superstition was behind that.
They must have loved him for marketing. Like, look at all of our gear. No?
No, they did not.
Oh.
They made shoes in low top form that looked identical to the high top so that you wouldn't know. I remember having a friend of mine, his name's JP. He and I had an argument one time because I had been telling him that Jordan wore the 13s in the playoffs in low top form. And he was like, no, he never did. He only wore, and all the images that he could find were always of him wearing the ones with the hologram. But I was like, dude, I remember watching one of the games and being like, is he wearing some low tops? And just being kind of like dumbfounded, like what? And all that stuff. And then I remember looking back on, because I used to have the VHS tapes of like their championship runs, and some of the games, Jordan in the Air Jordan 11 was wearing the 11 low IE.
Okay.
And I was like, wait a second. And then they put clips from the same game, and then all of a sudden he'd be in the patent leathers again. And I was like, what? Man, this guy used to just switch it up like this. And then he did the same thing, which is why we had the PE come out of the patent leather black and reds with the red lining. Not only did he have a PE pair like that, but the pair that he wore in the game had the black lining. And he wore them with black socks, so you did not know.
Especially on that grainy
television. On a tube TV, you did not know from far away that he was wearing a low top of the black and red 11s. That, I think, is great marketing, because he's wearing what he wants, yet you think that he's wearing what's on shelves, and he didn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus today, where like you're lucky if you can grab whatever the player's wearing, because the players get like PEs galore, you know? I just know that this shoe was a reimagined, essentially, version of the Air Jordan 1. I don't know if they just didn't think about releasing these, or I don't know what the deal behind it was. I just know that this is what a lot of people think of when they think of the Air Jordan 1 low.
Well, what do you like better on the back? The stamped in or the embroidered?
I just love the way these look. Everything about them. Even the super low, like I like the collar height on these. I think that this is like the perfect low cut. These are like really low cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes these are hard to wear because they look a little funny compared to these. So like that's my only gripe with them. But otherwise, I think that this shoe looks so good with the nylon tongue and the OG style back and the OG style collar and the OG style cuts. That's the thing too, like that toe cap is so much wider here and stuff like that. And then even the treatments that they've done to it, like this shoe, you can wear this leather, you could press in, it just wrinkles, like it's so soft. This guy right here, it's like reinforced. You gotta like really press onto it. It's hard as a rock, you know what I mean? And like, I feel like this shoe, I think retail for more also. I think these were like $100 or something like that, but like,
okay.
So they put a little bit more into it. But I just feel like this is just, like if you like vintage, like I like vintage, this is what I'm going with. This is cool, just to wear, kick around, whatever. Like, looks like an Air Jordan 1, but it's not. This though, if I want to look like straight from the 80s, like this is what I'm going for. I love wearing ones. Like when we were first together, this is all I would wear, pretty much. Like I said, she bought me a pair.
And that's when he knew I was a keeper.
Yeah, that was an accident. No,